What's up, world? This is We Need a Fifth. This your man Mo. Still in the building.
Hot and while driving.
Got my man P on the boards. What's
What
good?
up? What's going on, people?
And special guest, my man Kyle. He's in the
Peace,
building.
peace,
What's good?
peace. What's going on, everyone? Peace, peace.
Hot take
Familiar with
Kyle.
that guy. Familiar with that guy, boy.
Hot take Tommy.
I, I, I heard my name been getting trashed out in these streets.
Hey, you're a Knicks fan. You should be used to that by now.
My man, Bomani Everett.
Fellas, I would be remiss in starting this show without talking about the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is coming up this Sunday. We got two black quarterbacks starting for the first time in Super Bowl history. And my question to you guys is, what would a win mean for each quarterback? Or maybe to ask, what would a loss mean for these quarterbacks? Kyle, I'm gonna hit you. I'll ask you that question first. Hey, and get to you. Like, hey, what do you think a win would mean for each of these quarterbacks as far as their legacy in establishing their resume?
Well, I'll start with Patrick Mahomes. I think a win here, clearly puts him in that all-time best quarterbacks conversation. You need to have two, really. You really do need to have two to be solidly in that discussion. So I think a win here kind of puts him there. And then also when you factor in the fact that he's playing on a bum ankle. I mean, I think this is like his Jordan flu game. I think this is like his Jordan flu game, and those are the moments that catapult superstars into legends. So I think with a win here for Patrick Mahomes, that's what is at stake. I think for Jalen Hurts, a win here kind of solidifies his place as one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I think there still is a good amount of people that have questions about whether Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback. I mean, obviously going into this season, I don't think anybody really expected him to play the way that he did. Finished second in the NFL MVP voting, and he's just had an unbelievable season. I think a win here, puts a bow on it, and it's clear skies, moving forward with the win here for Jalen Hurts if the Eagles were able to pull it off.
Hill, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I'll piggyback Kyle. I think I'll start with Jalen. I think for Jalen, just validating his career as a whole. I think in Alabama, we thought just because he was the Alabama quarterback, we thought just he would be great off top. And they garnered that bias in Alabama. So any starting quarterback should be as seen as a next level potential quarterback. But when he was replaced by Tua, and then he went to Oklahoma and had immediate success, I mean, people still didn't think that Jalen Hurts was of that ilk. So coming to the NFL, him being RPO, he had biases of the RPO, the black quarterback, being replaced. So I think for Jalen, winning it or losing it, just getting there and staying consistent gives validation to that Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback. On the verge of possibly, if he stays consistent, becoming a great quarterback. I think the only one that actually believed in Jalen Hurts was Jalen Hurts. So that's his end. And listen, he had to convince me because on the outside, Jalen Hurts was at one point, what was he at? What, 10-0, 11-0? And I still didn't believe it. I mean, I don't believe the Eagles in general. That's just my bias. And I've been wrong this whole season, but I need to open my eyes up and see that Jalen Hurts is a complete good quarterback. It's not any system. He's just been good ever since Alabama. But Pat Mahomes, again, piggybacking, multiple puts you in that upper echelon. I thought Mahomes was the best quarterback within the last 4 years. But now you give him multiple titles. Yeah, I think this will be huge. It's bigger for Pat Mahomes. I mean, that loss in his previous Super Bowl was bad. He had a bad game. So if he gives me a standout game, I mean, a win, yes, will set him apart. But a standout game, injured, yeah, no, we're talking all time great here.
P?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. Hurts, it'll put him like on a trajectory. We'll see how far he could go because it's just one. You know what I mean? Like Trent Dilfer and Brad Johnson has one, but to win multiple, you got to win your first. For Mahomes, that would put him in. It would put him in that Roethlisberger, Manning, Elway. It'll put him at that table as far as two. So I think, you know what I mean. It means two different things. I feel like it furthers Mahomes' trajectory, what we project for Mahomes as being an all-time great, and it'll put Hurts on the map, basically.
Yeah, and being fair to Jalen, prior to an injury, though, sorry to cut you off, prior to an injury, Jalen Hurts should have been probably the MVP of the league if he didn't get hurt. So unlike Trent and the other guys, Jalen's had a complete season. He's not going for the ride. He's led this team to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? So Jalen, it's funny. It just seems like Jalen still doesn't get enough credit, and that's including me.
I gotta chime in for a second there. I think Jalen has had a great season. I don't think. Look, I think we overvalue the quarterback position in the NFL way too much. I mean, that Philly defense is incredible. I mean, they almost both broke the single season sack record. I mean, they've got four guys on their they've got four guys on their defensive line that I think had 10 plus sacks this year. They've got AJ Brown. They've got Devontae Smith. I mean, look, let's not act like Jalen Hurts is dragging the,
yeah, but you just can't slot quarterback. I think with that team, if you put Trent Dilfer in that, I think Jalen Hurts is considerably better than Trent Dilfer. And I think Jalen Hurts should have been, but they weren't in MVP conversation. Jalen Hurts should have been in the MVP conversation, but him not getting hurt. He had a very good year.
Who's done more with their team? Who's done more with less? Patrick Mahomes or Jalen Hurts?
Well, Patrick Mahomes is way better than Jalen Hurts, though. I'm just saying that, but it doesn't mean that Patrick Mahomes. Listen, I'm not going to argue that he wasn't the MVP and he doesn't deserve it this year, and I had Patrick Mahomes as the MVP in all the shows. But it wasn't like that if Jalen Hurts would have won the MVP, that I would have said that that Patrick Mahomes got snubbed, because wins and how he played did accumulate to something. He should have been in the conversation. And I think the entry stumped him from it. He could have stole it.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's not like he's Dave Brown. It's good. I mean, I don't like Philly. I mean,
and I think to your point, to all of you guys' point, I think a loss in this Super Bowl is going to be more detrimental to Patrick Mahomes' narrative going forward than it will be to Jalen Hurts. I think Patrick Mahomes, at this point, hey, if he's not able to pull it through, injured or not, legitimate reason to possibly lose this Super Bowl already laid up for us or not, most people are going to start putting him in that Aaron Rodgers discussion where, hey, we've seen your talent and we know that, hey, you're one of the baddest guys to do it, but you just got one, bro. Everybody else got multiple. Everybody else at this discussion has multiple. Tom Brady has multiple. Joe Montana has multiple. Everybody else in that hey, greatest of all time quarterback discussion has multiple. And you know what I mean? And we look inside eye at Aaron like, you should be part of this discussion, but how can we legitimately put you there when you're equivalent to Trent Dilfer at this point?
But I'll take the previous two over Brady. I'll take Aaron Rodgers and I'll take Patrick Mahomes right now over Brady's entire career. That's what I would do. Absolutely. I wouldn't even blink. Wouldn't even blink.
Wait.
Wouldn't
We're
blink.
we're questioning Patrick Mahomes' legacy after year 6 of his career. The kid is 27 years old. I mean,
I'll cut it right
will
now, and
already
I
have
want him
been
more than
1 and
Brady.
2. He's already 1 and 2.
I mean, look,
Like,
he's probably got at least 10 more years ahead of him.
And there's no guarantee that he's going to get back to the Super Bowl.
And I'm fine with that.
Especially in the AFC with all the young guns coming up. He has young pups nipping at his heels now. Joe Burrow is nipping at his heels right now, saying, hey, I want your spot. I'm coming. If my management puts enough good pieces, guess what? I'm taking your spot. Joe Burrow is there. Justin Herbert is coming. Lamar Jackson is looking for a team to say, hey,
you're done with Lamar. Lamar's done.
Look,
Lamar will be a Jet, and he's done.
I think Patrick Mahomes has proven that he's going to be there. Burrow, Allen, Herbert, we don't know if these guys are flashes in the pan yet. We don't know that. I mean, Burrow has had, the Bengals have had back-to-back solid seasons. Buffalo hasn't gotten the Super Bowl yet. We don't even know if they have what it takes to get there. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is going to be there through all of that. And the only thing you can do is just put yourself in position to get to the Super Bowl. Kansas City is going to be there every year. So I don't, to say that, we don't know if he's ever going to get back there. Look, he's going to get plenty of opportunities to get back there.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it's not guaranteed. Just like, hey, this year, hey, to get back, but now you're hurt. You know what I mean? And so it's like you don't know what the future is going to entail for them. It could be a freak injury to multiple members of the offensive line, i.e., when he went to the Super Bowl to play Tom Brady. You know what I mean? It could be something as simple as that, injuries that prohibit him from coming back to the Super Bowl. And now he's talking about, hey, I have more losses than I have wins when I get my opportunity. For whatever reason, high ankle sprain, like I said, with the Tom Brady loss, and you could blame that on most of his offensive line being decimated. But it's still a loss. Nobody cares about, your offensive line was decimated. You lost to Tom Brady. That adds to Tom Brady's legacy. Right? Because that's part of his, hey, he was able to go to Tampa Bay and win the Super Bowl. And the cherry on top, he did it against Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, but a lot of that, and like tomorrow also, excuse me, will be upon Spagnuolo. I mean, I think that defense is susceptible for big plays, and I think that's what's going to happen from an offensive standpoint. I haven't wanted a quarterback from Joe Montana since Patrick Mahomes. That's where I'm at. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is just sheer greatness for me. I have no comparisons with him and Tom Brady. I know that makes people say, "Oh, I'm not a Brady guy when it comes to pure talent. What this kid has, and he's going in with third string wide receivers tomorrow, and he's still going to attempt to get it done with a bum ankle." So,
all right, let's talk about.
I think he'll be back multiple times.
Let's talk about some of those skill players. Hey, where do we put Travis Kelce? Where would we rank him as a TE all time if Kansas City is able to pull this off?
I would say
1A, 1B,
definitely top 3. And I'm not mad if they won.
1A, 1B, 1A and 1B with him and Gronk, right?
Right, because what's called Shannon has 3 and Gronk has what, 3 or 4?
Right.
So yeah. And the record books, it's like the postseason record books, he's like, forget tight ends. He's like up there with most of the wide receivers. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's up there with Jerry Rice, like he's right there. So I can't see him being anything less than 3 at the tight end position.
For him, Gronk, Shannon? Him, Gronk, Shannon.
Yeah. I mean, you might could throw Tony Gonzalez in there because of the regular
Yeah.
statistics, but his lack of postseason success, you can't really do it.
Nothing can stop the accumulator.
God.
I think Kelce is definitely, up there amongst the elite tight end. I think he has the privilege of having played with the best quarterback among all of them. And so I think that
I
helps
agree.
his I think that helps his numbers a bit.
But some would say that helped Gronk's numbers because he played with the GOAT.
Yeah,
but he didn't though. But see,
No.
I think Gronk has. I think Gronk has. The difference is with Kelce and Andy Reid is, for me, our position catches with Kelce. Like Kelce's a lot more downfield. Gronk had times where he was downfield. A lot of that was run after catch, pick and pay with Brady. Like that offense, it is what it was successful. I cannot deny that. But for me, aesthetically, it's really hard to watch the Patriots offense. It's pick 3, pick 6, cut here, pick 3, pick 4. Kelce's a lot of downfields, a lot of separation, and Andy plays a part in that. I get it, but he's just naturally talented and better than the other 3 to me personally.
Yeah.
But playing with Mahomes it's just fun to watch.
Yeah, I just wouldn't take, because I wouldn't take that from because he plays for Mahomes. You know what I mean? Because I feel Gronkowski had Brady, and Shannon had John Elway for the majority of his career. So they've all had great quarterbacks. Whoever you think is the greatest, that's just personal opinion. But all 3 of them had great quarterbacks.
Kyle, it looked like you was about to say something.
Nah, I think they all. I mean, again, first I think we got to qualify, the type of tight ends we're talking about. I think Gronk is more of a blocker receiver type of tight end as opposed to, even though these guys, did block, Shannon and Tony Gonzalez, these guys were more receiving threats, even though Gronk was a receiving threats, but these guys, are stretching the field even from the tight end position. So, I think we got to qualify that with respect to, what type of tight end are you looking for, what type of tight end do you want on your team? I don't think Travis Kelce would be the type of tight end that I would want on my team. Honestly speaking, I think Gronk is the perfect tight end. I think the dude is a monster blocker. He can obviously catch the ball in traffic. I think ideally that's what you want your tight end to be, because then scheme-wise, you can do so many different things with a tight end like that. I think Kelce in that type of a role. And look, quite honestly, let me not go there.
Go there.
No. Let me not go there.
Take Tommy.
Look. I got friends. I got friends that are Niners fans that feel strongly that if George Kittles was used differently, he would be in this conversation.
But he's not.
Yeah.
Well,
we can't assume. I mean, if Mark Bavaro was used better, then Mark Bavaro should have been up there. Mark Bavaro was decent, but he's not. Kittle's not used in that way, so we just can't assume it. He's very good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's the second best tight end probably now. I mean, some people in Baltimore might feel differently as well.
You put Antonio Gates in that Kansas City Chiefs offense, he's gonna have 2,000 yards receiving.
But he was
probably, maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
It was pretty good.
It wasn't like he was with a bum of a quarterback in San Diego.
No, he wasn't. He was with a good quarterback, and he put up big numbers. And he put up big numbers. And if you put him in I say all of that to say I don't know how much value I can put into what Kelce is doing. I think he's a very good tight end. I think you could probably name off 5, 6, 7 of the tight ends that could put up the same type of production in that offense.
Maybe.
Hey guys,
I don't know. I only go by what I see. And what I see is that Kelce is alpha. He's in that offense. I mean, having this one slide in, people's independent attributes, you would feel that way. But I just don't know that. You know what I mean? I've seen certain superstars go to other teams and it just doesn't equate. But what I do see is the production of the person that's actually there. I understand Mahomes is God, but Kelce is very talented. Put it that way.
Yes. And actually, and let me say, I'm sorry, Mo. Let me just say this really quickly, just because he's doing this after having lost Tyreek Hill, and
Right.
that makes a big difference because now defenses are solely focusing on him in the pass
Scheming on
game.
him.
So yeah. So I do need to give him some credit there when it comes to that.
hey guys, let us know what you think. Hit us up on social media, Facebook, Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit the notification button. Let you know when the next show is coming. Or you can email us directly at weneedafifth@gmail.com. What do you think a win would do for either quarterback's legacy? Do you think Travis Kelce moves into the conversation of greatest tight end of all time if the Kansas City Chiefs are able to win this Super Bowl? Hit us up.